Right, sugar addiction, is it a real thing? I swear every year around about this time this argument comes up again and again. And what doesn't help is you've got the media peddling one argument with articles such as people are going to prison for dealing drugs, why not Oreos? On the other side you've got the fitness and the diet industry that makes a little bit too much of a joke about it, which is justified, and coming up with ideas that if sugar is addictive, that why aren't there armed guards around sugar factories? And no one ever gave a BJ in a back alley for a pack of Yum Yums. Maybe that one time. But we don't talk about that. So here's what we should talk about, clearing up the argument. First thing that people reference with this is a photo of this brain scan that was taken, one just after the ingestion of cocaine and one just after a bunch of sugar, and they kind of showed similar things. The problem with that scan is what it is showing is your brain's pleasure receptors lighting up and releasing a ton of dopamine into the bloodstream. That same thing would happen if you take cocaine, if you take sugar, if you do something you really, really enjoy, like listen to a really good song, or even if you have sex, or if you're in lockdown, you're single, doing the other thing. It's all the same response in your brain. You're taking the coke, you're taking the sugar, your brain releases a ton of dopamine. You feel great and you want that feeling again and again and again. Now the problem is, as you do this more frequently, your brain releases less and less of that dopamine, so you either have to do it more frequently or take more in. For something to be classed as addictive, it must include an element of physical dependency. That means there's a point where your body brings up a tolerance to it and a point where you get withdrawal symptoms if you don't have it. Now we see this in sugar, but at nowhere near at the same level as we do with coke and heroin. If someone's been consistently eating a high carb diet or a high sugar diet, we're going to see some withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, thirstiness, lack of sleep, irritability, cold sweats, chills, vomiting. But if you look at the withdrawal symptoms for someone with coke and heroin, you're going to see anxiety, depression, nausea, cramps, lymph spasms. You don't see that with sugar withdrawal. Now the two areas of addiction where sugar does tick the boxes is cravings and continued use even though it's causing you problems. And another problem to add to the mix is the majority of these studies have been done on rats, which while there are similarities between rats and humans, it's not 100% conclusive that a study done on a rat is applicable to humans. There's nothing wrong with including sugar in your diet, within moderation, of course. Doesn't mean you have to completely cut out a food group. But if you are the type of person that struggles with sugar in your diet and you're prone to binges, you have to work a little bit harder to cut it out of your diet. So if you feel those sugar cravings creeping in, some of the things you can do to help with them are drink a glass of water, eat a high protein meal, have a serving of fruits, make sure you're getting a full night's decent sleep, reminding yourself that you've got a goal that you want to reach. And if you delve deeper into why you want that goal, you should have a more powerful emotional response to reaching it than filling your face with donuts. If this video has helped you or educated you in any sort of way and you think it could help anyone else, please give it a share, give us a follow, give us a like. Following, like and sharing burns extra calories. Science.